So, the other nice thing about switching over levels is that you get a full heal whenever you get to the next area of the Spire. So, welcome to the city, everyone. The enemies get tougher, but so do you. Now, I've got 200... I've actually got a lot of gold. This one gives me a shop, Campfire Elite. Into another shop? No, I don't feel like that's good for me. This gives me an early elite, but then a campfire immediately afterwards, into a treasure, into a shop. That seems like the most natural progression. So I'm going to take the leftmost path here. Ah, the floating orb of a go screw yourself. None of these cards are what I'm looking for. None of these cards are what I'm looking for. We're going to calculated gamble. There's the Wraith form. So we'll put Wraith form on, and then start hitting this thing as hard as we can. The Spheric Guardian has a lot of block. A lot of it. But doesn't have much else. Sorry, I am dying for reasons unknown, potentially due to dog feces, but...
Wraith form plus Wraith form equals damage.
But we're not at a boss fight, and I kind of want to not take any damage for right now. And since this isn't a dead turn of our opposition, I'm just going to discard Wraith form instead. We'll neutralize, even though that technically was probably the worst option because I just wasted a lot of damage I could have possibly used. Ah, bloody well. I'm going to Survivor to discard Defend because we don't need much else. Dagger Throw to increase our strength. We draw and immediately discard, I think, the other Dagger Throw. Alright. We did cycle our hand, which is unfortunate, but these things happen from time to time. I see what you're doing here. I'm not a big fan of it. He's making me not get any more block in the effort to give me tons of damage, but I don't feel like this at the time. I don't feel like it, so I'm going to use the block potion to try to avoid this fate. Okay, we draw Reflex, but Reflex by itself is garbage. So I've taken 4 thus far. But he armors up and then does more hits to me. Apply another Neutralize. Dagger Throw to to discard Reflex. Prepare to discard Wraith form. Quick Slash deals 9. No, if I strike, that deals 7. And then Quick Slash to deal 9, but that doesn't kill you. But the block's not going to do anything, so I'll Quick Slash instead to try to draw something else, which draws Escape Plan, which deals more damage. That's not enough to kill you. Frail is such an annoying debuff, because it reduces the amount I can block by. I guess I'm just taking a massive hit from the Sphere... No, I don't need to take a massive hit from the Spheric Guardian. I could take slightly less. This is the one downside of Wraith Form, is that you just can't deal enough damage, or sometimes you just cannot cast Wraith Form to save your life. But ah well, our opponent is dead. And I can get another escape plan. Huh. But I'd love to do a Flying Knee. And at the city you can start getting cards that have just been straight upgraded to begin with. Ah, well. Oh. In an abandoned temple, you find a giant book. Open. I know, I have a lot of escape plans, don't I? In an abandoned temple, you find a giant book. Open. Riddled with cryptic writings. As you try to interpret the elaborate script, it begins to shift and morph into writing you're familiar with. I know what's going to happen, and I know it's going to hurt, but I like the artifact. Odd. This book seems to be on an ancient named Niao. This piques your interest, but you have a general feeling of malaise. I'll lose a health. The Ancient of Resurrection, Niao, was exiled to the bottom of the Spire. You feel compelled to read more, but your body begins to ache. Seeking vengeance, Niao blesses outsiders, using them for his own purposes. He's starting to feel very weak and tired. Those resurrected by Niao remember only fragments of their past selves, cursed to fight for eternity. As you near your final page, your old wounds begin to reopen. I'm going to take the book. Upon finishing the tome, you decide to take it with you. With proof in hand, will you retain your memories? That is a shame. We unfortunately got the worse of the two options of the book. We got the Necronomicon. The first attack you play each turn that costs 2 or more is played twice. I love the Necronomicon, but I need a card that I can actually use it with. And with the Silent, there is only one card I will accept. And now we're stuck with a permanent curse in our hand. Whoop-dee-doo. So we're going to Wraith form immediately, just because it's so hard to do otherwise. Sure, we'll discard the Necronomic Curse. Neutralize. I'm going to save a calculated gamble for later, because I'm going to want the other Wraith form in this fight, I believe. Harvey Birdman. Oh, the chat was right. We are escape planning into escape planning. Into a dagger throw. Into an escape plan. Into a strike. However, we don't want to actually draw too many cards, as our card draw fills our deck with this little lovely thing called Daze. Dazed is a horrible curse that basically eats up your hand, but it removes itself from your deck courteously at the end of it. Alright, what are you hitting me with now? Vulnerable. Well, we might as well keep trying. Hey, I don't want to take damage, if I can avoid it. So I'm just going to fill up my deck with nothing but dazes, until hopefully we can end his existence. Well, sir, I do not like your reflex. I do not like what you're attempting to do here. It's actually quite painful. I would have to ask you to stop, but I know you're not going to. We unfortunately have not been able to kill him fast enough. We're not dead yet, but with the vulnerables he keeps applying, we're going to get very close very quickly. Thankfully, we're only taking 3 more, and we should be able to kill this one before too long. I think I'm dead? Yeah. Unfortunately, I cannot deal enough damage to him. We didn't get the card draw needed, and I didn't have time to upgrade my deck.
Yeah, you're dead.
Ah, well. Bleh. Bleh. Silent. I will do better next time, and hopefully get some decent beginning stuff. Now, give me the good stuff. You know what it is. Ah. Enemies in your next 3 combats have 1 health. Wait. I've never seen that one before. There's no elite that are... Wait, can I finagle it? Maybe. I might be able to finagle it, so I could fight an elite that has 1 health. It's going to require a lot of luck. If I choose this path, I'd go here or here, doesn't matter where, and then head straight up. That might be worthwhile. Otherwise, I can change 2 cards into hopefully something better, but just transforming them is not good enough usually. Although they can transform into anything, including power cards. I never explained the differences between cards. Right. So, there's a little bit more advanced stuff, because this stuff matters a lot more with the silent than anything else. No, the Necronoma curse cannot be removed. That's the only curse in the game that cannot be removed if you have it. It is with you forever. Yep, I died. There are 3 types of cards in the game. A skill, an attack, and a power. Skills usually are stuff that does not directly harm your opponent, but does something else. Like, the Silent has a lot of skills that protects herself, because the Silent needs them to make sure she doesn't die. Attacks exclusively deal damage. Occasionally they'll have something else attached to them, but attack cards will always deal damage, in some respect. Power cards are things that provide value over time. Wraith Form is an amazing example, but there are other examples of cards that I'd be interested in, or that would do the same thing with the Silent or the Ironclad. Now, I'm going to choose that the enemies in the first 3 combats will have 1 HP. I'm going to try to fight this elite with 1 HP, and I feel like this will be so fun if that happens. Add a card to my deck. Not all of these are good, but I'll take a Sucker Punch. No combat. As you walk into the room, you hear a gurgling and the grinding of metals. Before you is a slime-like creature that ate too much scrap for its own good. From the center of that creature, you see glints of strange light. Perhaps something magical? It looks like you can get some treasure if you just reach inside its opening. However, the acid and the sharp objects may hurt. Reach inside. Yeah, what's 3 health for a good 1 in 4 chance of finding the relic? Of bloody course I get that immediately and I can't show off any other dialogue. After rummaging through the metal and burning acid, you finally grab a hold of the relic and yank it out. You pull your way out of the ooze, damaged but rewarded. We got the Dreamcatcher again. If I ever rest, I can just add a card to my deck. No enemy. Yes! And it's the Cleric. A strange blue humanoid with a golden helm approaches you with a huge smile. Hello, friend! I am Cleric. Are you interested in my services? The creature shouts. I'm not going to do that again. I will remove a card from my deck. We'll remove a strike because we have a Sucker Punch. I go to a shop, though. That might have been an awful idea. Well, no, because I was only 50 gold. I lost well-laid plans, but I got calculated gamble. Eh? How do I feel about this? How do I feel about this? Calculated gamble or acrobatics? I mean, acrobatics is pure card advantage, but calculated gamble helps. Hi there, Putero. Welcome to Slay the Spire. We are doing deck building, and nothing but deck building.
Okay, so someone can hear me.
Yes. I'm also going to turn you down because I've had the endemic problem of you in particular being incredibly loud compared to everyone else. Also, can you hear me? Hello. Bleh. Bleh. Let's try this again. There we go. Sorry, I bumped my microphone and it decided to disconnect. OBS, you're still working. Okay.
Okay, so that's why everyone was silent.
Yes. Well, much like my character in the game right now, it is about as silent as I am. I'm going to take the calculated... Yeah, I'm going to take acrobatic. You see, acrobatics is great, but calculated gamble allows me to pitch the whole hand if it's garbage. And I get a lot of garbage hands. I lose tough bandages. No! The best item for this build. The problem is I don't know in this game if you see an artifact early on, if you can get it again. It saddens me greatly. I would love to get the tough bandages, though. As every time I discard a card, I gain 3 block, and that's one of the cornerstones of this strategy. But ah, bloody well. Let's keep going. We just have these 2 garbage beasts try and fight us, but they will both die immediately.
So, how's everybody been?
We exist. I took calculated gamble, right? Yes. Good. I'm gonna upgrade that thing immediately, and you know what? I'll take a deflect, considering we're close to where we're supposed to be. Since I'm only missing 3 health, 21 health is a waste. So I'm gonna upgrade calculated gamble. The reason I'm upgrading it is it removes exhaust, so I have calculated gamble in my deck every time. Calculated gamble is my favorite card, if I haven't said enough. Yes! We get to fight the elite at 1 health. Or the enemy elite at 1 health. And you know what? I'm going to upgrade the card, and I'm going to upgrade neutralize, so I can always use it.
Upgrade 2 in a row. That's amazing.
They all have 1 health. We get to kill them all turn 1.
That sounds
Worked.
very OP.
Hey, it was our reward that we chose for taking this fight early on, and I get after image. Whenever I play a card, gain 1 block. The strategy is coming together. The relic I just gained is Lantern. I gain 1 energy on the first turn of each combat, which is very useful with the Silent for doing a heavy burst strategy. I gain meat on the bones, so if for whatever reason I actually get injured enough where it matters, I can get some health back. Whoopee. Alright, let's see how these monstrosities handle me now. Well, after image because it's effectively free. I'm going to neutralize you because you're the bigger of the 2 head honchos. Do I like these cards? Yes, because Sucker Punch isn't going to do much. Yeah, I guess I'm just going to play all of them. I don't actually need to calculated gamble this hand. I'll gain more armor than you can shake an armorer at. Take 0 from this, and continue. So bloody happy that this worked out this way. So we're going to Sucker Punch the little one. And then just continue murdering this slime until it hopefully goes down. Hopefully.
You hope.
Well, I hope it weakened me, but this isn't that problematic considering I'm now gaining more armor than it can possibly deal damage in a single turn. So I will kill it before it gets a single point of damage off on me. It just depends on how long that takes. What cards do I have available? Shivs deal an extra 3 damage, but I have nothing that gives me shivs. But accuracy seems like it's fun. Or I can outmaneuver, but outmaneuver's a bad card. But I usually gain some form of shiv. Yeah, I'll take accuracy. I'll find some way to gain shivs before the end of the run. Otherwise, I can just discard that card if I don't like it. Hello, After Image.
That, and if you are able to upgrade shivs, they no longer exhaust. So,
Nah, you can't upgrade. Shivs can never be in your base deck. You can only get cards that generate shivs. A shiv is always a 0-cost card that deals 4 damage and then exhausts. It will always exhaust, which I'm actually kind of thankful for, because shivs are normally really bad cards to have, unless you get them for free. Oh wait, what am I talking about? I can defend myself. I don't need to calculated gamble yet. And this man is going to keep demanding my gold. And what do we say to him? Not today. And by not today, I mean he's going to literally not be able to deal damage to me today. I just don't think I'm going to be able to kill him. Oh. I will be able to kill him fast enough. Excellent. I mean, the defense now is just for posterity's sake. Alright, you're gonna try to run away. Naturally, I can't permit this. We'll gamble, we'll see if we can get an attack card. We do, which kills you. Good. Gold? Cloak and Dagger. But I have my discard now, so Underhanded Strike is actually really good. But Cloak and Dagger gains me block and gives me shivs. Underhanded Strike isn't good enough.
And the shivs are buffed, so Cloak and Dagger is actually pretty synergistic with your deck right now.
Yep. So we're fighting a large slime, which has a very interesting mechanic. I hope to show it off. Well, I hope to not be able to show it off, or at least show it off in a decent way. But right now, I kind of really want my power cards. So you're weakened. I will Cloak and Dagger and shiv you. You're not dead, but you're going to weaken me yet again. However, I should be able to send you careening out of control. And by that I mean I should be able to toss you into your second phase? I can, that's good to know. Why didn't I? So you're going to split into two smaller ones. But when split, they usually don't work in unison. And this is actually a decent hand for trying to kill you quickly. Hooray for shivs dealing more damage. I would cry otherwise. I didn't even realize how disgusting these guys sounded. Sure, I'll try my best to take 0 in this case. I take 0. Might as well gamble and see if we can get something. Yeah, it's at least the wound gets out of the deck. I guess. And in this draw pile, we see enough cards to do something merrily?
Hopefully.
So I should be able to kill this one next turn. The other acid slime is going to take a while because it also has 35 health. Yeah, I can't kill him this turn. That's really irritating. Only I had the ice cream cone. That would make this work so much easier. Alright, so you die. That's 1 down, 1 to go. And I should at least finally be able to ditch the weakened status. Finally.
Is it bad? Part of me is like, what the heck am I watching at the moment?
Not really, considering about an hour and a half ago I did the entire explanation for this game. So I'll just give the brief. Slay the Spire is a deck-building roguelike, where you start at the very bottom of the Epitomous Spire, work your way up to the top with one of currently only 2 characters as the game's in early access, but it has enough freaking polish where I just decided, why not? The game's good enough. And
you're playing as the representation of Antler. Essentially.
Oh god, why'd you remind me of this? You're right.
I thought you did it on purpose because of the whole...
No, I do it because I like the way this person's deck is laid out, because I can't do the other character to save my life, as both these characters play differently from one another. The problem with both of them playing differently from one another is one requires that they're more aggressive, whereas this one can draw a ton of cards and do stuff while drawing those cards. So I'm much better at the one that draws a lot of cards, so if I make a mistake, I can kind of fix the mistake myself. But naturally, that's not the case in this case. So I have 2 shops, one right after the other. What am I hearing in the background? I guess it's nothing. Let's see here. I think backflip and well-laid plans. As the other section of the strategy has not really come up yet, but well-laid plans is a very, very nice card otherwise. I can't get any of the relics, and so I'm very disappointed because I would have loved to have the ice cream. Or
how's the weather out in Illinois at the moment?
0 degrees. Do you even need to ask?
It's the same here. I'm just wondering, has it started snowing yet?
Oh no, it snowed a while ago. It's just been straight negative, like 3 or 4 every day for like the past 2 weeks.
Same where I live.
Fair enough. And now to get rid of another card. Well, I've got enough block, so a straight defend probably doesn't do much for me anymore.
Why did Zarok send us cold weather?
No idea.
I didn't send you any cold weather. You guys are just getting it.
Oh.
Come on, it's coming from Canada. It's all your fault.
As you come to a dead end and begin to turn around, walls slam down from the ceiling, trapping you. 3 faces materialize from the walls and speak. Forget what you know, and I'll let you go. I require a change to see a new space. If you want to pass me, then you must grow. I have 3 options. I can remove a card from my deck, making it more consistent. Transform a card in my deck, which removes it and replaces it with something else at random. Or I can upgrade a card. I really want to upgrade my cards as of right now. What happens if I do that? Nah.
Upgrade sounds like the best option.
Yes, especially since I can do After Image, which makes it innate. Satisfied, the walls in front of you merge back into the ceiling, leaving a path forward. The keyword innate on a card means that that card will now show up in your opening hand every time. And with the block card showing up in my opening hand, that's kind of necessary. As for the other one, I would love to upgrade accuracy because of the
Can you
Shiv
upgrade
synergy.
cards more than once?
There's only one card in the game that does that, and that's on the Ironclad. You can usually only upgrade a card once. As some of them would have very broken effects, like with well-laid plans, for instance. Upgrading it, it turns into a power that allows me to keep 2 cards in my hand at the end of every single turn. If I could upgrade that infinitely, I could literally just keep cards in my hand and basically choose how I play the game, which would be a little bit impossible to balance the game around. But regardless, I'm going to upgrade well-laid plans, not well-played lands. This isn't magic. And we will go. So we're going to start off with After Image. And the nice thing about this is we really don't have to care about whatever we're tossing in here. Yeah, great. Why didn't I drink the strength potion right away?
No idea.
We don't have to care that much about our health, as our health is reset at the end of this fight anyway. Alright, so now, the Guardian. We don't have a lot of damaging effects, but we do definitely have a lot of... We have an absolute ton of power cards that I want to get through. So now that I'm through with all those power cards, they will not show up in my deck anywhere else. But I do need to get rid of this bastard before he tries to do anything else, so we'll Cloak and Dagger and hit him with a 9 damage Shiv. And then continue to hit him as hard as I can.
And hopefully whittle down his health before he utterly destroys you.
Well, hopefully. Thankfully, this isn't going to be that much of a problem, because I think I can keep this guy permanently debuffed. And in addition to keeping permanently debuffed, I should be able to damage him even in Thorns mode with basically no downside. Strike and Survivor. Why did I keep a strike? Because he's just going to deal the 12 next turn. Oh well. Oh, we got the other Cloak and Dagger. Alright, we're fine. We will take 0 from whatever he does. Could I get away with... Yes, I actually can get away with striking him again. I'll just retain the 2 strikes because he's going to morph back, as the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger here does. And we're going to see how much armor we can get in a single turn. So, backflip.
Probably a little fuck ton.
Well, that's the hope. I want to hold on to the deflect, actually. Yeah. Hold on to the deflect and the strike, because I'm going to try to force a mode shift next turn. As I don't think he deals any damage yet. There was no reason to keep that in my hand. I realize afterwards.
If you got the pyramid, then this will basically break your synergy.
Oh, what? The retained synergy or whatever?
Yeah.
I mean, not really. Calculated Gamble helps a lot because it allows me to just discard my hand and draw another section of cards, -1. So I can kind of get away with it.
Or at least you hope.
Yeah, we'll discard this hand. What else can we get? Sweet. What do I hold on to here? You know what? The 2 Cloak and Daggers seem like a brilliant idea. Why did I not play the backflip? Oh well. I'll figure this out eventually.
No idea.
So he's weakened again. He's only dealing 12. You know what? Why do I care? I can take damage as much as I bloody well please. Because as soon as he dies, I get a full heal anyway. Why do I care? Anyway.
Yeah, BrainBoy, why do you care?
I guess we can make this work. Take 0, keep the strike. Try to get him into his death state, but I don't think that's happening anytime soon. The sad thing is this Cloak and Dagger deals more damage anyway than anything else I've got. Ditch the hand. Neutralize him again. And 0. Count it. 0. Turns without having weak on him when he tries to kill me. Do I win? I do. Sweet. I'll get the potion, and what else do I get? I can take a gold card. Die, die, die. Phantasmal Killer or the Glass Knife. Glass Knife sucks. Well, no, it doesn't suck. It's just... it doesn't do enough. Phantasmal Killer... attacks deal double damage, but this strategy isn't based around attacking. I'll take the Glass Knife. It's better than a strike. I can remove a strike, hopefully. Oh, So I can either try to guarantee I get the cards I want with the Orrery. I can use the Astrolabe, transform 3 cards and immediately upgrade them so I can remove 3 cards from my deck, basically. Or I can make it so elites drop 2 relics. I don't think I'm good enough to do the elites drop 2 relics. So I'm going to choose and add 5 cards to the deck. Backflips are always nice. I'll skip you for now. Skip you for now. Can I get... Wow, I cannot get any of the cards I'm looking for. Underhanded Strike. Got some discard synergy. But I'd rather take Escape Plan. A Flying Me. A Dagger's Throw. And a Dagger's Throw. I didn't have to take all the cards there, but... eh.